there. Undiscovered. 2 planets. I have I have a mod called Rainbow Warp, and this is on the heavy setting, and it's kind of interesting. The rainbow I like because when you're traveling through light becomes a prism, and it separates the light, so it's kind of neat, kind of interesting. So let's see. Find the space station here. There we go. I like going into the space stations first. That way you can tell what kind of ships you're dealing with, or if you want to find a new ship, you can look for a new ship on a planet which has crashed, and it, 99% of the time you can find the crash ship of the ships that go into the space station. So I go in here and I just wait for the ships to come in. That's basically it for about 5 minutes. I just watch the ships. And yeah, it kind of gets a little bit boring, but it helps you to see what kind of ships are out there that, and if they added any new type of ship, or different things. And sometimes you can find some really nice ships, and other times most of it's junk, to me anyway. Myself personally, I prefer the nice, looks like manufactured ship like this, instead of a pieced together ship like one of those. Good grief. Yeah, it looks like it was pieced together from space junk. Sorry. I know that there are some people, they love those ships and everything. I can't like them. I have flown them in the game and everything, and to me it's like, as that statement said on that crash ship, it's a mishmash of, a pile of junk that's pieced together and everything, and don't care much for the bugs. That's what I call them anyway. The science ships, or whatever you want to call them. I call them bugs. Because that's basically what they all look like. Some form of, like locust or something. And then you have those which are pieced together space junk. The fighters, that's a nice one, not bad. I'm not really a fighter ship type of person. I look at a ship and I go, okay, the bigger the better. I know that it really doesn't matter. Not too much impressed with that kind of cockpit. I drove a ship that had that kind of cockpit for a while. It's almost like what I have. It's a little bit more see-through with glass or whatever, more forward, but I'd like to have a little bit of something in front of me, making me feel like I'm not going to freaking fall out of the ship. And the ship that I have is about the same as that one there. Anyway, but I do have tail wings. Got the raised cockpit here, which is nice. I like all the engines on the back of those. I wish they'd do that to the bigger ones. Put a lot of engines on it. I know that these have like the big engines underneath the wings and stuff, but they don't like have a trail when they're moving, which would be nice. It'd be nice if they had a trail. And I use opportunities like this, sitting in a space station, to vape and puff on my puffer. I kind of like that. I like that fighter there. That's kind of neat. I like what they did with adding the side engines and different things. I think the tail wing that goes up is a little bit too tall, but it's not bad. Now see, there's a larger ship. I like that, only it doesn't have the outstretched wings. It's got side panel wings, which not, it's nice, but I'm really looking for the rotary dragon wings. I had a ship many ships ago that had everything I wanted, except it wasn't 48 slots. And after I got the ship, I got into a pirate fight, and it started sounding like a popcorn machine and everything, and just everything went wrong with it. And I paid for that one. 36 million units, and it was like a 32 or 34 slot ship, and I was so upset when I had to leave that ship. And come to find out, I could have gotten it down on the planet. That was earlier in the game that I did that. I like the bigger ships, though. I wish that they'd add more engines than the 2. Make like 6. Make a lot of engines there or something, and have it to where it looks like it's going to really boost. I know. There's trader ships, fighter ships, and you know, all this different stuff. You know, and these are supposed to be cargo haulers or something. I don't know. I'd like to see one of these big ships turned into a fighter. Those, boy, the cabin on that, the cockpit on it is really high. I drove one of those for a while. Didn't really care for that. That was just way too high. I liked the look, you know, but a little bit too bulky. There's another one. All right. Doesn't look like much in the way of ships for me anyway here, and let's go ahead and go down to this planet here. Let's find out what this planet has. That looks like a resource deposit. It's kind of interesting colors. Kind of got a red hue about it or something. I notice some people, they sit there and they say, oh, the planets don't look alien enough. Well, on the PC version with the mods, you can modify it so that the planets actually do look more alien. You can get better planets. I have a mod called Bigger Things. So that's why you see bigger plants, bigger rocks. I have another mod called Mountains, and on certain planets it will give tremendously huge mountains. Just all depends on what you're looking for in the term of alien. You know, we look at our own solar system with the planet Mars. You know, there's not really anything there except for it looks like desert, and you know, the sand is kind of orangish red, and it's barren. Then when you look at a planet like Neptune, it's a water planet. You look at Saturn, and it's, you know, bigger and has rings. That's one thing about here, is that they don't have planets with rings that I've seen so far yet. Well, let's go ahead and land and see if there's any creatures or whatever here. Oh, threatening. Not too much into the threatening sentinels. It's kind of neat with the purple iron columns there. These things are kind of weird. What are those? I have not seen those before. That's interesting. What is it? Oh, it's iron. It's kind of interesting. Kind of a purplish planet. Let's get in there before they decide to attack. Okay, and as I said, I have all drones are walkers mod. Instead of the little tiny flying nuisances. I call them the plutonium police. Every time you try to get some plutonium, they show up. And they try to prevent you from getting some or something. I don't know. And they come over and investigate you. That's a really crappy looking ship. But we'll look at it anyway. And let's see. If I didn't miss it, I think I missed it. There. It's over here. Yeah. Lots of engines, lots of things like that. I like that. Phase cooling. See the story on the ship. Belong to one of affluent families. Ooh. Dangerous looking alien markings. We'll just search for loot. Not really that much. Alright. Now that is an alien landscape, if ever I saw one. That looks pretty alien to me. That's just a hut. Well, as you can see, I have no coloration in my space, with the exception of a few dust clouds and things like that. That's a mod called Deep Space, and it makes it look more like you're traveling in the space we're familiar with. You'll also notice that I don't have like 10 million asteroids trying to be in my way. I have a few that, are here and there. I have a mod on my game called Fewer Asteroids. love those missiles. Anyway, what is this? We'll go see that planet. I enjoy the fact of this game being an exploration game. It's about exploring. It's about going and looking at things and finding the new things, discovering the planets. You can actually travel 100% of the land. I was watching a video about, because Osiris New Dawn, and I was interested in the game, and I said, oh, okay, and you can get it for like $25, and it's in the alpha stage. I understand that, but when you're on the planet that you start off on, you're confined to 100 kilometers of land space. You cannot explore the entire planet, and most of what I saw was like 99% desert anyway. There's nothing there. You can build a base on the planet, you can explore, you can do this, you fight creatures, but there's nothing beyond a certain amount. And once you build a spaceship, you can go into space, but then you can't interact with certain things that are out there. Like the guy that I saw on his video, he was at a space station above the planet, and you cannot enter into the space station. You cannot enter into any rooms. Basically, you can't be damaged by the space station because it goes right through you, or you go through the space station. And I think that would be a good addition to the No Man's Sky game, building bases and being able to build a space station above a planet, and being able to do some of those things in this game. I think that would just really set off some things. It would be really neat. Like if I find a really good planet, which I have found some really good planets, I would build my own base on it, and make it to where there should be a button where it says go to home base, and you need to build a new base if you go to a new galaxy. But that would be kind of neat. But I think that if you have a home base and you're wanting to explore the different solar systems around your home planet or whatever, then that would be really interesting. Especially in this game, because you can explore everything. You can go into caves, you can go underwater, you can go on top of mountains, you can go clear around the planet, you can explore everything. And I think that those two aspects of each game should be joined together. into the same game. Well, since we have an opportunity, let's go ahead and land here. And we'll see a crash ship. Acidic dust, low sentinels, lacking in generous on the flora and fauna. Piece of trash. Oh. Okay. Military multi-tools, clearly thrown from... Yeah, I've had this before. See if there's anything better than what I have. Nope. It usually always gives a bolt caster thing. There's some nice creatures. And those are large creatures. Very nice. Very big. Look at that. Oop. Got some sort of thing wanting to attack me. What do we got? Oh, it must be in a cave underground. Yep. It must... it's gotta be. Kind of neat right there. Mama with its baby. And we got some flying creatures. Let's go ahead and scan it. Alright, and we'll go ahead and scan that one. Toss on those as well. We'll go ahead and scan those. Nice. And as you can see, whenever I find a crashed ship, it'll usually have 47 to 48 slots because I have 48 slots. This one has 47. Just not my style. I am into the bigger ships. Let's try to find my ship. Wrong direction. Kind of neat with all the walker drones running around. Alright. Let's see this ship over here. What do we got? Oh, we got one of those cargo ships. I mean, it's not bad, but also just, even though it's a big ship, it's not my style. More multi-tools. Advanced reload theta. Yeah. And some people might ask, is this all you do? Well, yeah. It's, and I have a mod for atmospheric weather in case you're hearing like rain hitting the ship while I'm flying around or something. Yes, there is rain hitting the ship. There is atmospheric weather that I have on a mod. Anyway, yeah, this is it. This is a game about exploring and going out, investigating things, looking at things. And as I said, I don't need the resources, so basically I can fill up everything without any resources. That's because of a mod. I'm able to will avoid that mountain. Now I don't have a mod that's out called Low Flight. Not really interested in crashing into the ground or using my ship as a submarine to go underwater. Now see, there's not a bad ship. It's just, I don't like the view from the cockpit. If it had a cockpit like the one that I have on this ship, I might actually take that ship. But, oh well. High-tech cage filled with mangled bodies. Oh, goody. Warrior pilot. Take multi-tool approach seemingly dead creatures. Investigate databanks. Now, see, the ship's databanks appear to be operational. So if you investigate those, most likely you're going to get a good tech. If you need them. I don't think that there's any that I need, but I still keep looking because I'm trying to improve the ones that I have. I actually saw one of these yesterday where the pilot had a laser sword, and I could have investigated the laser sword, but I don't know. Can you have a laser sword and your multi-tool? I don't know. Wow. Lots of these creatures here. That's kind of neat. I like that. And I have a mod which increases the spawn rate of animals up to 60%. You can increase the spawn rate of animals up to 100%, but I don't want to be overrun by them. I did have it at 30%, but it just wasn't enough, so I increased it up to 60%. It comes in the same pack that you add to the game. You take one out and you put another one in. It increased it from 30% to 60%. So instead of seeing like 1 or 2 of those creatures, you see like 2, 3, 5, 10, and you see a lot more of them. If you land on a planet that already has like a 40% spawn rate, and it adds to the 60% spawn rate mod, and you end up seeing like creatures everywhere. Just animal after animal. And I have another mod which gives earth animals. So there's sometimes I'll land on a planet and I'll see deer. I'll see different things like that, but I can still see things like the long-necked dinosaur there, and that's on this planet, and the T-Rex, and I have alien life forms as well, which is kind of interesting. Some planets really have just some off-the-wall looking creatures. Alright, that's enough of this planet. And when I warp, you might be asking, okay, how far can you warp? Oh, good. Let's get out of here before that. Now, on my ship, I have a mod which increases my warp capability. Let's go to that one. And it kind of maxed out my warp, so I can warp up to 5,400 light years, thereabouts. And I just wish that there would be a mod to increase the health of the ship like that. That would be nice. That way when you find a ship that you really, really like and you want to keep it, you don't have to give it up. And trade in your ship because it's, you know, going downhill and everything. So if the game is lagging, I'm sorry. I tried to do the best I could. Once I land in here, I'll check out, see if there's anybody viewing the stream, and check the chat, see if anybody asked any questions or whatever. So let me get in here into the space station and I'll check. Because as it is, I'm unable to see the chat. So if you've asked a question, I'm not able to see it. Hold on. Well, I hope the stream is going out in decent quality. It says that my keyframe is not set enough, low enough, because I have it on auto. So maybe the keyframes are going above 4. I don't know. Ooh, I actually might, even though I don't really care for that cockpit. Oh, good grief, it's all crooked. Don't like the crookedness on that. Nope, not gonna take that. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream because there's something going on and I got bad quality stream. So I'm going to end it here and see if I can reset it and maybe it'll work out better. I'm not sure. I hope you enjoyed the stream, if you were able to see it. If not, then let me know in the comments, and we'll see what we can do about changing something. I don't know. No, I am not a very highly active fighting person and going out and destroying everything. I'm just into the exploring part. So if you like just seeing the new things in the game or going out and investigating something, that's what I do. Anyway, I'm StevieB41 on this thing, and you'll notice that my name over here is StevieB40. That's because I used a different thing. Anyway, have a good day.